To our Indian friends and brothers. Welcome to another edition of the weekly chat with Engineer Mike. We are happy to have you here today. Please, any person that is having chat the YouTube channel open, please can we close it? It is echoing. Anybody that is having the YouTube channel open, let's close it, okay?
I don't have one open.
Okay, Joyce is here now.
Aha,
Welcome,
back
welcome, welcome.
that
Yay,
is
it's finally let me in.
Yeah, you are in, Joyce. You're in.
Okay,
We are on.
wonderful. Yay.
Welcome.
Thanks. It kept
So,
locking me out for some reason. Hi, everybody.
hello,
Hello.
Joyce.
Hello.
Hello, Queen
hello.
Joyce.
Hello.
Hello.
We
How's
are live
everything?
already.
What did you say?
We are live. Thank you.
Yay. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're live already, though.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are across the globe. We want to say welcome to Weekly Chat with Engineer Mike. Today, we are still doing our special series, which is how unpassive O bless will transform humanity. Today we are part 5, okay? And we have a special guest. I don't have the power to introduce the special guest. We have our able moderators who know what I cannot do. They can do it. So I'll just say welcome to them. But before I go, without, with all due respect, respect our unpassive family. This has not been given, nobody has given me the opportunity to say this, but I will say it because the person who passed away is so dear in my heart as well. So we lost a very prominent Opasigian. She brought in so many members into this family, Opasi family, and she is called Marie Takusi Njowo. She is the senior brother to our senior sister to our brother Bob Takusi. Everybody knows him. I'm so sorry that she had to go, but my sincere condolence to the whole Takusi family and the Joe family. She died in Houston, Texas. That is where I spent most of my youthful years in Houston, Texas. So I know them very well. I'm just saying, may God guide and protect the Takusi family. Big brother Bob, please take heart. Um, Dr. Penkam Takusi as well, please take heart. All of you, we put you in our prayers. It's not long that they lost their first brother, who all of us know to Uncle Charles Takusi, just this year. So let's put all of them in our prayers. It is a very hard moment for them. So if we can reach out, call them, encourage them, it's not easy. It's not an easy journey. So we can just keep, like, say, like in 1 minute, we can observe 1 minute of silence right here before we can continue the webinar. Please, let's honor her. She calls me her father and her dad because she has a son who is called Michael, who graduated last year from the pharmacy school. He's a PharmD. And the dad was Mr. Michael Takusi as well. So she calls me my dad and my son. So she is so dear to me. And she's very close to my mom as well. They went to the same school, Seka Baptist College. Please, let's observe a moment of silence before we can continue. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yes. May the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. Amen.
Amen.
Please, we are in a big family. So if this kind of situation come, we should pray and encourage others. I mean, it's not an easy journey. A family losing two people in the same year is not easy. So today also marks me 3 years in non-passive. It was supposed to be a day that would be so joyful, but the news of this death could not leave me to be could not make me to be that. My mom had to tell me about it. I was so down. But today marks me 3 years in non-passive. So please, with me on the panel today, we have our sister Listra from Calgary, Alberta. From Toronto. Our sister Listra, Queen Listra from Toronto, Canada. Welcome, Listra. And we have our own Queen, Mama Debbie McCormick. She is back in the USA. She's no more in Liberia. Welcome, Mama Debbie, one of our very able moderators on this platform. And we have our Queen, Mama Ivy Mix of the day.
That is it.
Congratulations, Mama Ivy. She just graduated. If you want to know more, we'll celebrate that in another day. That is a big achievement. We want to say we are so proud of you. She is logging in from Denver, Colorado, USA. And we have our own Queen sister, Naka Awili from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hello, Naka. Welcome. And we have Queen Dr. Smiley, Dr. Benny Blessing Tinglet. Hello, Dr. Benny. Welcome. And we have our own sister again from Michigan. She is called Queen Joyce Hicks. Welcome, Mama Joyce. Thank you for coming. We just want to say thank you, everybody. And I will leave it over to our moderator for tonight, who will introduce our special girls, and we will go from there. Thank you, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. I'm so excited. This is the best place to be. I'm telling you, I've been all over the world, but let me tell you, I have missed everybody and I was so longing to be here. This is the place to be. I'm just saying it. And that is the truth. I'm so happy to be here tonight. And this is our own show, live with Engineer Mike. And we don't know whether to do the celebration now or to do it later. But in the face of Madame Takusi's passing, we would lower things tonight. But in Unpassive, we cannot hide our excitement. It is like always fire in our bones, and we are just happy to be here tonight. Tonight is a great night, and I'm so happy to see my precious sisters. And Engineer Mike has just changed the view, so I can't see everybody, but we have Joyce. He's mentioned everybody, and we love everybody. I'm so happy to be in the midst of my fellow sisters, strong, powerful sisters. I mean, dedicated. And apart from Unpassive, you can always call any of them. They have a nice word to say to you. They're so encouraging. I mean, this is family. And let me tell you something. I will not forget our powerful listeners tonight. We have Nadu, we have Kushal, we have Amisha, we have Srijit, we have our own Tita, we have Makir, we have Pandav, we have James, we have Gemma, and we have Ismail. And I'm telling you, we love all of you and we acknowledge your presence. And thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping the chat going. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting in us. We just love you tonight. And like Engineer Mike said, we have a special guest in our midst tonight. And what makes her very interesting is her background. She's from Samoa. Let me tell you something. That Samoa alone is so powerful for me. The country she's coming from. For me, I call it a country of love. And I just want to take a moment and say hello to our own precious Queen Debbie. You've been all around the world. You are a great moderator. We love you. You're so, this means so much to you. You were in different time zones, but you were always here. And I just want to step back and say, I salute you. Thank you for all that you've been doing, all the introductions. And she's so detailed. She will take time to get to know everybody. And we really, really appreciate that, Queen Debbie. That's a very nice, when somebody takes the extra step to get to know people. That is powerful. That's what people don't know. When somebody is interested in you, how many people are interested in other people? So many of us, we've been to work, even our co-workers have not even said hello to us. But here we have Queen Debbie interested in everybody. We appreciate that quality of yours, and we are yet to find somebody who is like you. Thank you so much. And so, like I was saying about our great Florence Mullen tonight, we're so happy to have you tonight. And you are in a place of energy tonight. We know you are bringing something, but we just want you to know that we are full of something. All these ladies here, by the time you go, our energies would rub off. And I'm telling you, it's a great synergy. And we thank you for being here tonight. And you come from this great country of Samoa. It's so important for us because Samoa means a lot to me, because I used to work with people from Samoa, and the way they loved family, they loved religion. They are sincere people. I mean, integrity matters to them, and that is very important for us. And we know you were brought up in New Zealand, and at the moment you're in Canada. Canada is getting more powerful. Looks like Engineer Mike is there, and he's pulling everybody to Canada. But we're so happy to have you here tonight. And we know you're a mom of 3, and we know you're a grandma, but you don't look like a grandma, so we'll be checking your age very soon. We'll be doing whether you had your babies at 10 or at 15. You look so young, and also you're an entrepreneur, and you're a certified child worker, and we are happy to know that you have been in education. Our CEO loves education. He says knowledge is power, and we like people who are in education. And at the moment, you're in the film industry, and Joyce and Listra and Naka, Dr. Benny. I'm even calling on Dr. Pat, who is not here tonight, and Gemma and M. Kelly. And I don't want to miss anybody. I want to call everybody out here. All these ladies on this panel, you get ready. We'll be on the film that she'll be producing. So we just want to make it clear that we'll be on that film. And we just thank you for being here. You are in a property management course at this moment. And the most important thing is your interest in Obless. We're all here because Ash Mufara has been a blessing to us, and we are to bless the world. So we just want to let you have your night tonight. Tonight is your night, and welcome to Engineer Mike Live.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It is my pleasure to be here tonight. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for the opportunity. As I've watched you ladies, week in, week out. Can you all hear me? And it is my, honor to be among you all tonight on this panel. So thank you again for the introduction. As you know, I am from Samoa. The girl was taken out of the island, but the island never left the girl, There's so many. I've lived in Canada now for 34 years, and the change as an island girl, I always dreamed and wishing there was more I could do. Over the years, the struggle that I've observed of people, young children, mothers, just people in general. So, my journey in on passive, oh my goodness me, to this day, it's I dream on passive in my sleep. And I'm grateful for a friend, Polly Cherry, for introducing Unpassive to me. And what really excited me is just the company in general and Mr. Ashmore Farah, the concept that he's come out with and to develop Oh Bless, and I believe Oh Bless will help not just our backyard communities, but as we know, the world, the global world, our communities near and far. And I do believe uh, with OBLESS and proper structure, whether it's small community or businesses or just personal needs that people throughout the world are needing, I believe that OBLESS with our crowdfunding will be able to help the people. For example, in my community here in Calgary, there's so many people that are struggling and suffering, and I believe Oh Bless can help them, not just the financial part of things, but also structure, to have proper medical, homes, education, and all that for our people. And I can't. There's so many things that I could think of that I could see, oh, blessing everybody throughout the world. And for me personally, in my experience, sorry, there's an echo going on. Is that I believe, in my personal experience and being in the education and childcare is my background, that has been my passion and my heart, that I would love to be able to offer more structure and educate the young people, whether it's a 2-year-old, 4, 5, up to the teens. There's just so much we could do with OBLESS, transforming them from current situations to actually out the path in their lives. And of course, our CEO, education. Without education, there's no power. There will always be struggle, but I do believe, oh, bless, having the ability for us founders to be able to structure each, um, each child and communities. I think um, I just can't say enough about Oh Bless. There's so many things we could do, um, throughout the world. And we have that power to utilize on passive and what all the platforms that has to offer. And I think Oh Bless too for young women um, wanting to get into business and that kind of thing. I believe that they will be able to access funding from OBLESS to carry them throughout their dreams and goals where they want to go in life. That's how I feel about OBLESS. Of course, there's more. I could talk all night, but I'm warming up to things, and I feel OBLESS even for Samoa. It's just they're struggling over there as well, and I feel that OBLESS, it will allow me and our community of founders to be able um, to help the students. A lot of the people over there, parents aren't able to pay for school fees. So majority of the time, children are asked to leave the school. They are removed from the school because the parents don't have the money to pay for the school fees. And it is, they're very smart young people. And oh, bless, there's so many things. Um, you know, oh, bless is the word, but there's so many branches of oh, bless platform that we will be able to cater. Um, you know, to my small island. And of course, you know, all the other communities in our own countries of origin. And, you know, there's no better place than here right now with On Passive, and where Oh Bless can take all of us founders to help reach out to the less fortunate, um, whether it's feeding them, providing clean water and homes and everything. And I'm just excited. You know, I am excited to have Oh Bless be available so we can. I don't know about you ladies, but I have a list that I started already, and you know, it's really exciting times for me. Um, feel free to feel free to jump in. Yeah, ask any questions or as well. But you know, being here tonight to be able to express my passion, you know, as I've written in that small bio, as you know, children and elderly people, this passion in my heart, um, to be able to continue to provide through Oh Bless, so they can grow and move on to become better versions of themselves through education and through Oh Bless. Listra?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Florence. We know that most of us have met you in the chat, and you used to give very heartfelt um, 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 messages, and yeah, okay. You used to give very heartfelt comments in the chat, and meeting you tonight has been amazing. We just want to say thank you. We want to say
You're
thank
welcome.
you for your heart. Thank you for what you want to do in On Passive. Oh God, the banner and the chat is so is a different one tonight. So, Engineer Mike, please can you check the text, your text? Thank you. Yeah. So at the moment we've been joined by Dr. Mundi. We have Roy Davis. We have Amal. We have our own Cynthia Dearing. We have Nancy Jody. We have Amadine, and we have King John. I like that name. They called him King John tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. And it's so nice to have all of you here. And we know the heart of so many of you is to bless people around the world. So at this time, I will give the chance for questions and comments that you want to pass, and things that you want to pass, and suggestions or contributions like you like to make. But we would sincerely like you to ask just like a question to our own Florence. Thank you. And the first person I'll call at this time, I can't see because the banner is blocking everybody. So the first person I'll call tonight will be Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie is always talking. She's always the first to go. So tonight there's no
Hello,
Dr.
Queen Debbie.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Queen Sister Ivy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had that minute of silence for one of our global ambassadors. I know our CEO said, do not go anywhere until you have had something from On Passive, but God knows best. That's what I will say about our sister who left us today. And now I'm going to switch to our wonderful sister who joined us today, and that wonderful, awesome, outstanding, I will say, presentation, which you nailed it, by the way, because I met someone from Apia in Banjul in February of 2020, and we ran away from COVID. We actually had dinner with the children who were about the age of my children, and we worked together. But she's now in DC and her husband is back in Samoa. That is another discussion for another day.
Yeah.
So we appreciate having you with us today. And we hope this is the beginning of a very good and long journey. I'm not going to ask you a very long question, but I just want to check with you. What is your impression about working to, now, two questions. The first one is working together in our unpassive family as a team and not as individuals. What has been your experience working as a team? Because that's what OBLESS requires.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Thank you.
definitely. Thank you. As a team, of course, Unpassive is all a family, a global family. And I do believe each communities, the work cannot be done if we don't have the team. So each community, as teams, we will be able to do so much for the community. And yes, I believe in that, and I encourage, because without the teams, I can't do the work by myself. So I think having our Unpassive family to grow and work together as family communities and a team will make a huge difference in every country that we will be entering, to help in the future.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. I appreciate that. I won't take too much time. My next question will be very brief. What can we do as with your experience as a mom and a grandmom to encourage the Gen Z to be part of OBLESS?
As a mom and a grandmother, I do believe, of course, our Gen Zs nowadays, I believe is having a strong foundation as leaders, for myself, is to really I feel sometimes it's always worth observing, assessing the behavior. Of course, in today's time, uh, some are going the other directions, and some are needing help, and some they cannot be helped. But as a mom, is all and having the background and working with children and teens, it's to do with how we observe them and leading them our direction and guiding them, teaching them what OBLESS can do for them and their future, whether it's education or entrepreneurial. It's all to do with how they see the leaders bringing OBLESS forward, and understand, really for them to understand OBLESS and how it will help them structure their lives. And I do believe OBLESS, they will see OBLESS as opportunity for them to grow, and also it's having the education and knowing that OBLESS will allow them to continue the education and be able to pay for help the parents pay for them. And a lot of the Gen Zs nowadays are all sort of becoming self-entrepreneurs. So I think OBLESS in so many ways will be able to cater to the youngsters nowadays and be able to have that structure for them. Is that helpful? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. You're touching on the very heart of our existence. The very heart of our existence is to create a continuity in life, that your generation should not perish with you. Your children and your children's children should carry on from where you are and what you left, and you should make their lives better. But life is so hard that now, for some time, it's like, oh, you're waiting for your kids to come and look after us. Now we have on passive, and on passive is going to make sure that we create a situation where we have our generations carrying on our legacy. And the only way they can do it is by education. Thank you. This is a great, when we talking, if you talk without talking about the children, you have missed. Every time, like somebody passionate about children is Dr. Mundi, and then so many other people. It's not just that children have to be looked after. The thing is, what is in you? You have to put it in your children so that they pass it on and pass it on. That is the message. The message is not buying toys for them to be jumping and playing. Yeah, that is fine. But you should also know that education is what is going to make a difference. Let me ask you all something. If we had Ash and we do not have knowledge of his education, we know his qualifications. That's why we're following him. He's very knowledgeable. He's extremely learned. And then all the people that he's choosing, you watch, all extremely learned. So if we have all this money and we don't have doctors, we don't have pilots, what will be the use of the money? So we should link this blessing to great education. If you don't put education first and you put the money first, now your mom has bought a car, your mom has bought a Lamborghini. Now your son cannot even write his name. That would be a misery. That would be a waste of all that Mr. Ash Mufara is doing. So thank you for bringing this up. It's very dear to our heart, and we thank you for this great attachment to what we will be doing for the children. The children is why we are living. All this time that we've been coming on passive for many months. It's not to buy a new shoe or a new house. It's to make sure that the generations coming will stand better than us. Jesus said, he said, when I leave, you will do more than I'm doing. That should be the message for everybody. Your children should be more than you. Thank you so much. At this time, I'll call. Yeah, thank you. I'll call on Naka. Naka, let's bring everything out of Florence tonight before she leaves. What? Yeah, it's your turn.
Thank you, Mama Ivy. Nice to see you. Long time, we miss you. It's nice to see you again. Yeah, we miss you. Yeah. Wow, Florence, Queen Sister Florence. Wonderful presentation. We really love it. I think there's something about Florence many people don't know. She's in other things like blessed at the highest, I can say, because Florence is so committed to people suffering, from breast cancer. And she's been in that battle. She's really, really involved in everything to really help cancer survivors. So I really applaud her for that. Thank you for your heart. And I know that with All Blessed coming up, she will do even more. So Florence, I know what you've been involved in so much. You've been around, and everywhere we see you. So, with all bless, what do you think will really help? Um, how do you think all bless will help cancer survivors, especially breast cancer survivor? Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you, Naka.
You're welcome.
There's so many things I know. Oh, bless. And I think the biggest issue with some of the cancer organizations is the funding. And one of the associations that I actually was approached just this past week, they are looking at in 3 years, $210,000 will be donated. So to me, right then and there, my head, a light went off in my head. I thought, in 3 years, this particular organization with OBLESS, not only they will have the funding for more researches to be done, education on young women, um, just everything. And I believe 1,000,000%, oh bless, with the funding, this particular organization, now I'm attached to them. They will be able to have a bigger facility to accommodate the women. Each women will have their own space, so that I see myself uh, building a bigger facility using OBLESS, just to help this organization. And I believe they need more professionals, doctors to care for the women and hire extra staffing. And I believe education also in any illnesses, to me, is very important. Um, and I am determined, for myself, having concerns right now. So it's giving me the power, the incentive to believe that OBLESS definitely will help the breast cancer survivors. It's just giving them also, you know, giving them back their self, like they're, giving that back to the women, and offering education if they want to pursue what they've lost out on, whether it's singing or dancing or just bringing them back to life from that illness. I believe Oh Bless will do so much more, and I cannot wait for Oh Bless. I've already structured what I would like to do with this organization, and to me, $210,000 in the next 3 years, really, that is not a lot of money. And
Mhm.
to be blessed with Oh Bless coming, I will be able to help them sooner than that. And we all deserve that, and I think, go back to the education. It is very important that young women 15 and up, cancer affects all of us. And if anything, for the women, and I have friends too who've suffered, and survived breast cancer. And to me, I just want to do so much. My heart is like want to burst, because I want to do so much for, to help the breast cancer survivors. And next year, I will continue to go into this competition and raise money to help national, um, breast cancer society. And Obless is not far off, and there's so much that I can see myself doing um, with Obless to help the women. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so much, Florence. We just want
thank
to
you.
say thank you, Naka, for that question. And your question brings me to something. It's like you were building her up. We didn't know who she was. But you see, building each other, telling us about what she does, That is what On Passive is about. Thank you so much, Florence. And you said something very important. You said giving back to the women what they would have lost. For some time, my knee was hurting and I was limping. I'm telling you, I lost confidence. It's like, oh, something is not. So can you imagine if you've lost a vital part of your body? You don't have it. So that rebuilding them falls in line with what On Passive is about, uplifting humanity. You have to lift up the heart of the people. At times, it's not only the money, just rebuilding them. That rebuilding them that you said, you're right on track. Thank you so much. And what you're already doing is already important. Let me tell you something. We have people who have been saying, no, when On Passive, the apples, and the grapes and the bananas and everything starts falling. Are you hearing me? They'll be saying all kinds of things. We will do this, we'll do that. Okay, the tomatoes are falling. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your own jalapeno pepper in the background? What are you doing with the small that you have? Let's not wait for the apples yet. Let's use the small berries. Your own berries in your backyard, your guava, whatever you have. Are you getting me? So that's what you're doing. You're already building. You're already setting up structures. We thank you so much. And that is a great example. And I just want to mention that Dr. Benny, Listra, and Engineer Bridget will be in that movie. Don't forget, I'll be mentioning their names. Don't forget.
My partner Jennifer will need to write some script for you ladies, because this is absolutely beautiful. It's just we got.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. They all will be in there. Yeah. I will not forget my own. And I've just seen Roy Davis on this chat, and I've seen Derek. Anybody I've missed, I've mentioned everybody's name, and I've seen Rupa. And then Dr. Benny said something in the chat. She said, On Passive is about solutions. Thank you for that. Now, at the moment, I think just mention Dr. Benny. Maybe I can call you. I have the permission to call you now. Can you ask her a question? Can you ask? We thank you for your dedication. We thank you for showing us how to show up. Show up like Dr. Benny, always fully prepared, always dignity, always making sure that On Passive is well represented. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen Ivy. Before I proceed, I will say my condolences to the Takosis family. Word does not do justice to how I feel about you, Uncle Bob Takosi. And now, as you bear the burden of passing of our sister Mary, please take comfort. May her soul rest in perfect peace. My condolences to your entire family. And just to let you know that she's no longer in pain. Our Lord is watching over her.
Amen.
All right. And again, I want to take this special moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing Queen Florence to all of us.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing someone so dear to you and I, our visionary. This visionary, do you guys know who he is? He loves all of us here. He made a statement that either I do or I die. He is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. And this particular person, the one that all of us love, his name is Mr. Ash Mufare. He is utilizing this particular product or solution called OBless. to bless humanity. The vision that he has, he decided to share it to you and I. So it's time for you and I to go out there and share it to those who cannot afford. Queen Florence, I would say a remarkable presentation. And thank you so much for accepting our King Engineer Michael's invitation.
You're
Now,
welcome.
our CEO stated that we should work together as a family when it comes to transforming humanity. Do you believe it is possible to work together and help our underprivileged children and help the widowers, the orphanage, the homelessness, as well as our breast cancer survivor? Do you think it is possible?
It is possible.
Hi, Dr. Benny. Thank you for that question. I have confident 100 or 1,000,000% that with OBLES in every country, suffering child, elderlies, uh, breast cancer survivors, any illnesses, as a family and as a team, we will march in each country through OBLES and everybody will be waiting for us. And we will be able to do great things, uplift humanity in every country. And, the way the world is right now, it is just sad. But through OnPassive with our CEO, Mr. Ashim Mufara, we, as founders, ambassadors of OnPassive, will be able to change the world for the better today and tomorrow. And children are the future. The Whitney Houston song, that is one of my favorite, that children are the future. And yes, they are. And if we're not there to guide them and educate them, who will? So I believe all of us founders can make a difference through OBLES in helping them 100% as a family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's going to happen.
Thank you.
Thank
Can
you
I
so
I
ask
much.
one
feel
more question?
emotional. I feel a bit emotional because there's just so many things that OBLES will not only gift to our hearts, but our hearts out through
Yeah,
OBLES.
yeah, yeah.
You know, um, I am very passionate in helping people, which I've always done throughout my life in Canada. It's just the island person, island heart in me,
Yeah.
whether it's a stranger, somebody, whatever. I'm just like my mama, bless her heart. If I'm standing there, if somebody's short, whether it's $1, 5, it's giving. And I feel like over the years, the blessings has been coming to me. And the biggest blessing that's ever entered my life is unpassive. And meeting all of you people virtually, I believe, oh bless, we are already oh blessed. And I have, there's so many things I want to do with oh blessed. And I think one of the dearest move in my heart is going back to Samoa with a team of well-trained professionals to teach first aid, um, and that is something that's close to my heart because my mother, my mom died because of not enough education with certain things, and that is the biggest thing in my heart. And I believe, oh bless, we'll be able to help all the children, sick children, elderlies, and as a community and as a on passive global team and family community. I hope that answers your question, Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just one.
I just got a little choked up there. Yeah,
It's okay. Please, one more. I know that you want to go to Samoa to help.
yeah,
Are you
yes.
willing to go to Africa too to help our
Oh, I'm
underprivileged
willing.
children?
Oh yes, I am willing. Every country that we are in, I am willing to go. Mr. Engineer Mike, we have that in plans already.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You know, yes, we are families, countries. We are all from different parts of the world, and that is what Unpassive is, and Oh Bless that will take us to all these beautiful countries awaiting us all Unpassive founders and families.
Thank you so much. Oh
Yes,
my God, so
you're
beautiful.
welcome.
Yeah, tonight is a powerful night. We always say
Yes,
tonight is the night, but tonight is not only the night, but tonight is a bigger night. Tonight is a bigger night, a very important night for all of us. Apart from
yes.
because the emotions of losing somebody who belong to us, we know that she will not be forgotten. The Takusis mean a lot to us, and we say have our condolences, Dr. Benny. Sorry about the emotion and the feeling, but the power that we have,
Oh,
legacy,
it's a good
that
power.
the good
It's
power. I'm telling you,
yes, it's a good power. Yeah.
power that we have now is going to change many things. So I just want to say thank you. And we also continue to congratulate Engineer Mike on his third anniversary. His third anniversary is a grandfather anniversary because it feels like he's been with us for many, many, many years. Am I lying? It feels like he's been with us for about 30 years. Are you getting me? That's a grandfather in
Yes,
the work that he has
yes.
put in is a grandfather
Mm,
anointing. So we just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Engineer Mike. We love you and we are committed. Whether you see us or you don't see us, we are committed to making Engineer Mike. Look at the powerful gathering that we have tonight. Look at the power of what is being said tonight. This is a very important live that we will be referring to. We will keep it in the annals of Obless. This shall be one of the videos that will be in Obless, because this great woman is saying great things tonight. She says she has an island heart, and the people of Samoa are known for that. That island heart was given to them by God. Are you getting me? So they have it
yes,
already. They have the heart of giving. So we trust that that same spirit should be taking it all around the world. And now, Dr.
yes.
Benny,
Amen.
Dr. Benny asked a very important question, that are we going to be working together? The working together
Yes,
has only
yes,
been done in unpassive. We have so many organizations trying to bring people together. Look at us. We cannot live without each other. Look at it. I'm telling you, we have to. It looks like it's virtual, but let me tell you something. It's real.
yeah.
We're always together. We are looking out for each other. We are texting each other. We are calling each other. Do you get me? Whether you like it or not, I'll be texting you. Whether you like it or not, I'll be talking to you. So we will surely work together. After some time, there will be no virtual. There will be live meetings. Are you getting me? There will be a
Yes.
time. There was just a live meeting in Canada. There was. Look at them together. There was. So there will be live meetings and we will get this thing done. Trust me. And we'll get it done fast. Are you getting me? Some of us are real up there in age and we can't wait to do this thing. So thank you so much. And at this time, our sister Listra is too beautiful not to say anything tonight. Would you like to say something tonight to our dear Florence?
Of course. You know me. I like to joke.
Oh,
Sister Florence, it's good to see you again. I want to tell all of you, I had the opportunity to meet Florence in Calgary last year
Oh my God.
and NACA as well.
Mm.
And it was great. Okay, I've got one question. Okay, I know you said that you want to be able to open your own, what? organization and so on to help? Yes.
Oh, the for the OBLS to help the
Yes. Right.
the organization. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know that some churches organizes groups of people to send abroad to help. They've been to Africa and India and so on.
Yes.
When you have your place, okay, do you think that organizing an event, say a missions trip to help? Because I have been on one, and I think it's a great way to go to help, especially see the children, to see their moms and so on, and be hands-on with them. I think it's a great opportunity. And I think if OBLS will allow that, that would be awesome. What do you think about that?
That is always been in my heart. Having, children involved in every step of the way, because that is the way they will learn. You learn now, and it's a great idea to have that happen. And I believe again, oh, bless is going to give us that opportunity to be able to make that happen. And I believe in every country, yes, we can, get into those countries. It's almost like a workshop, I say, to have the children participate with their parents, because as they get older, if they learn to build a house, or how to paint, or so many different levels. And I think it's a great idea for them to learn that at a younger age, and that working as a community and a family environment, it will only make for better growth among the young children, and to be involved in something like that.
Right. I love that idea. As I said, it's hands-on, and you're there and you're meeting the parents and so on, or
Yes.
parents, okay, and helping them
Mhm.
with sewing or cooking or
Yes.
just playing and being children, learning. As I said a week ago, I think education is so important for the
Yes.
children.
Mhm.
And to be
Oh,
able
of
to
course.
sit there reading with them and teaching.
Mhm.
We aren't teachers, but
Yes.
we can still teach. Okay, we
Exactly.
can still help them read, we can still help them write. And that is my heart's desire, to one day
Yes.
be with the children. Some of them, I know I can't be with all of them.
I know.
And to be
Yeah, I
hands.
totally.
Yeah, I would love
Oh, I
that.
love it. I love it. I used to belong. We used to cook as moms. Quite a while back. We used a community center, and we cooked once a week. We cooked together, and the children, they brought their children in there, and peeling with us potatoes or carrots, and learning to cut, and like you said, having the parents there to witness that. It was fun. And they learned to peel the vegetables, they learned to cook, and we all cooked together. And that is, it's an amazing idea, and that's always been my heart as well.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
think that
about
would be
children. you know
so fulfilling, being hands-on, fulfilling. I would love that.
and I love
Thank you so
baking,
much.
so yeah,
Thank
Oh,
you're
I
very
do
welcome. Thank
too,
you
but
for the time.
I don't have the time to do it anymore. Where's the time to bake and cook the way we used to before on passive,
I know.
There's no time.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much,
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you. Sorry, can I just say something? Engineer Mike, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight, and happy third anniversary to you. And I think as ladies, we should consider building a crown for our look. He's the king here. You know,
Paper
thank
crown
you
or
so
real
much.
crown?
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
Mike,
we want a
paper
real
crown or
crown.
real crown?
We will. We
Thank you
will.
so
I've
much.
Thank
connected with
you.
you in person. On Facebook, I
Hi.
Yeah.
did, but
Yeah.
congrats on your 3rd year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Miss-
um you said one thing, and we continue with the thought of what you said, which is very important, which falls into education, is training professionals. Training professionals. You said you lost your mom because somebody was not trained. And then do you remember our Ash Mufara also said, like, they have training courses and plans lined up. We should not forget that we have to learn. One of the reasons why all of us were drawn to Engineer Mike was because he was a teacher. He wasn't a talker. When he came on his Engineer Mike, he was teaching us about the old mail or the old trip. He was teaching. Why were we
yes.
drawn to him? Because we did not know, and somebody who knew more than us was showing us the way. So education is always going to be important, and is an important
Yes.
part of passive. And you bringing up that we have to train professionals, and then you and Listra talking about things that you do hands on, because if we don't take time, we'll just be focusing on what we're going to be getting, and we will leave our minds. Our minds need to
Mhm.
be schooled. Our minds need direction. Why do we come to all these webinars? It's because we want our minds to have direction. Just want to say thank you. And then that crown is in order. He's to be crowned King of Education, queen of squeezing knowledge out of all of us, king of squeezing knowledge out of all the people. At this time, I would call on our precious engineer Bridget, and we just want you to have a talk with our precious Florence. We love you, Florence. You have brought some freshness into our lives because you're hands-on, you're practicing what you preach, so it makes you alive. Are you getting me? So you are quickening
Yes.
our hearts, and we really, really like it. So what comments or what thoughts do you have to share with our precious Florence?
Thank you, Sister Listra. Thank you for the opportunity. I would like to say the first thing that I would like to do is to say, may the soul of Auntie Marie Takusi rest in perfect peace. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for honoring her soul, and also Dr. Benny. It's a loss for us, and I'm sure Auntie Marie would like us to continue doing what we do best in OnPassive. So we're here. Thank you so much for the evening. Mike, what I would like to say about what we've been talking about so far is that OnPassive, of course, Obless is the heart of OnPassive. It's interesting how everyone in OnPassive somehow gravitate towards the same goal, regardless of how we all started, what we had in mind when we joined OnPassive. But there's something about OnPassive that brings everybody to the same mindset, the same goal. Whatever we do is the same thing. So what I would like to ask is this. You mentioned that education is critical, which of course, that's one of the things that I was passionate about when it comes to Obless, education and the healthcare system. What I would like to ask you is, what would you think would be the best approach? Because all over all over the world, universally, there's an issue when it comes to healthcare. There's always situations where lack of diagnostics, medical equipment, people get misdiagnosed and end up in death, and more so in our developing countries. So, how would you, or what would you think would be the best approach to eradicate that issue or solve that problem with healthcare, which is something that I am passionate about and I'm thinking about OBLESS, but I would like to know your own thoughts, line of thought as to how you would handle that kind of a situation. Because most people on this panel, I'm sure, they must have lost or must have known about somebody who lost their lives because of situations like that.
It is a very broad subject. Of course, healthcare in every country is different, especially in countries that are third world countries. And it's sad because, so many deaths, like you said, misdiagnosing of people. And I believe with OBLESS, we will be able to purchase equipment that will be used for, to diagnose people, so everybody, so that the doctors are able to recognize each person and illness and what's going on. I mean, I could speak for, as an example, here in Canada is such a rich place, but yet we, in our healthcare system, there's a shortage of doctors. So just people that are working in the health industry, um, sometimes we get misdiagnosed. So I think with OBLESS helping the healthcare system, every country should have the latest technology to be able to uh, diagnose people properly and get treatments that they need. And again, I feel that, oh, bless, we will have more than enough to be able to help in that department of the healthcare system in every country. Um, for example, also children, children are affected by cancer. How does it happen? Again, misdiagnosed and too late. Is because I feel the technology right now is just not. Some may not have the capability to be able to what you call it, to do proper scanning or MRI. And in some countries they have great technologies, but there's something that is missing what in the technology itself, and that is why people are getting misdiagnosed. So with OBLESS, I think that we'll be able to help hire more professionals, or again go back to the education. I think proper education in every profession, it is a must and most important part in everything in our lives. It's always, we always come back to education. If we are not properly educated, or the professionals are missing certain a certain level of education that they need to care for people properly, maybe none of this will happen. But again, our OBLESS, the heart of unpassive, will be able to give that back to the humanity race, so we can all be healthy and live a happy life, and continue on educating ourselves. Of course, starting from children all the way up to our elderlies, because I feel the elderlies too, they are, they deserve to be educated as well.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know how to recognize certain symptoms, and that, and all of that. And, I've met some elderlies over the years and even just lately. They're so determined to learn. And I love talking to the elderly people. And it makes me feel like Nurse Florence Nightingale, just to hear their concern and my way of thinking. It just makes me feel good. And oh, bless is always in the back of my mind. And I get so excited in my heart thinking, this is what we need. And the world, we need to be healthier and have better technology, and people should live longer lives than they do right now.
Yeah, thank you so much. And that is the truth. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see,
You're very
thi-
welcome.
this is the kind of person that we're looking for, because you're talking globally. You're talking of world benefit. Are you getting me? You're on top of things. You know about healthcare. You're well rounded. You're well informed. You're well educated about what you're doing. You see, so we need you and your leadership in on passive, because people have the heart, but if you don't have the know-how, if you don't know how to do it, if you're not instructed on what to do, you'll not be able to benefit the society. At times when you talk about education, people feel it's a hard thing. No, we're not talking of school education in the hard and fast way. But let me ask you, if you sit in a plane and somebody comes in and he says, I'm training to be a pilot and I've flown for only 2 hours, would you trust your life to him? No. You see, you'll be looking for that pilot that has 1,500 flying hours, has been well trained over 7 years to fly that plane. So when we talk of education, we're talking of something that makes sure that there's no disaster in life. Are you getting me? No disaster. When we're talking of doctors, even when we talk of Obless, when you talk of me, you say, okay, Ivy, there are 100 children in a certain village. I have to be educated about them, educated about their culture, what they eat, what they do, so that we'll be successful. So this education, when we talk about it, we're talking about using this on passive to be better people. Don't forget, we have to be top of the crop to be able to disseminate to the people underneath us. So we appreciate your learning. When you were talking, I was just listening. You were talking with figures, statistics. You're not just talking from the air. You're not just going to say, when the apples drop, I'll run into the streets to look after everybody. No, you know where you're going. So we all have to have a strategy in this Obless. And I just want to thank you for bringing so many things up. Now we have our precious Sister Joyce. Now she came last, I think. So we don't mind calling her now, because she's always going to grace us. She has the smile, and I'm sure she has questions and comments for you. And she's coming from a place where she has been helping people with it. Do you get me? Social work. Do you understand what it means? Helping people live better lives, trying to change
Yes.
in another way. So we really appreciate you, Queen Joyce, and we just want you to have your time with Queen Florence.
Thank you, Sister Ivy, so much. And
Oh,
thank you, Engineer Mike, for this opportunity. It's just so nice to meet you, Florence. My first time just meeting you, talking to you
nice to meet
face to
you.
face. So, yes, thank you. You brought so much great information. And I would just like to also just pause right here, just to give condolences to Brother Bob, to Kusi and the family. Just, really, I can relate to that, losing two people in 1 year. 5 years ago, I lost my mom, and then 3 months later, I lost my sister. So I completely can relate to that. So just condolences to your family, and praying for you all so much. And welcome back, Sister Ivy. Yay!
Aha,
Welcome
aha,
back.
aha, bam, 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 bam,
So
bam.
good to have
Aha!
you. Yes. Yes. It is great to have you back.
Thank you.
Great. It's awesome to be on the panel with such beautiful women. And Engineer Mike, it's always great to be here. And everyone has covered everything. Everything was so well rounded, and every topic was was just hit on. Every question that I had, it was answered. And just thinking about your passion, Florence, for children and for women, and that's my passion as well too. And when you said you worked in the childcare field and in the social work field, that part, and as social workers and counselors, we don't always get to tell people everything that we do because as the counseling and therapy, you can't go out and tell your client's story. You can't go out and talk about what, depression and what you've done and how you've worked with that person. So a lot of that times it gets, it's you keep those things because you can't go out and share things because of confidentiality, but just appreciate you for all the work that you do. And then you've gone beyond that and just starting to work in so many areas. So that's great. And that's awesome. You talked about educating, and parenting and the children and our children doing better than we did. I always tell my children, I want you to be better than I was. I want you to do better. I want you to achieve more, to be more healthy, to be wealthy, to be wiser than we were. So that is just so important. And you were talking about children's centers, and that's my heart too. My passion is children and women, and it's so important that we take care of our children and our women because, a lot of times people get displaced and they get forgotten. So that's just so important. Educating the youth and teaching them basic skills, and you and Lister touched on that, just basic skills about being women, about being young men, because sometimes they lose that. Sometimes they don't have that guidance in their home or that person that of influence to help them, but they just don't know, or either their parent is maybe so young and they don't know those skills as well. So that's so important just to be able to do those things and to teach them the basic needs and to empower them and to encourage them to be self-sustaining, citizens. So that is great. Love that too. And I was going to ask you too about just the parenting skills. I think that's important that, so here in America, and my friends are teachers and they work in the schools, and as social worker too, and as therapists, like there's so many behavior issues, and sometimes it's because of most of the time it's because of the parenting and the parenting skills. And I think that's so important that we, as leaders here and as people and as educators ourselves, that we offer that to parents, that they have those skills, that they can get those skills. They can go to a place, they can learn to be a parent, they can learn to sharpen those parenting skills, because sometimes it's just a matter of not knowing and not knowing where to go and who to turn to. So that is so important. I believe that you guys have touched on so many things out here that was great. But I just want to say, and you talked about the elderly, and I just want to ask you a question about the elderly because I think everything else was touched. But it's important to remember our elderly, because a lot of the times they get kicked to the side, they get forgotten, they get thrown away, and they get displaced. And so just knowing how important our elderly are to us, to society, and that they hold so much history. And the elderly, like I said, they're just so important that we need to take care of them, to make sure that they're taken care of, to make sure that they have a place in our lives. And a lot of times, we just don't take time out to do that. With my mom and her friends, I would always take time to be with her and her friends and make sure that they had someone to talk to, and then someone to take them places that they couldn't go. My father passed early on, and so we would just make sure that she was taken care of, and her friends always had someone there for them, and that we would go with them. I'd love to go shopping with the elderly. They were just so funny, and they did so much, and I just love it. They're just so important. But so my question is, with them being displaced, how important do you think it is for us to teach and to educate our society about some of the things that the elderly go through and the things that they may be facing? How can we help? As I know Bless will be able to help, but how can we help? Your thoughts on that? How can we help the elderly or society?
Of course, yeah. As a woman, with a cultural background, our elderly back home, they are very well taken care of. And of course, as siblings or family members, helping each other, whether one person takes on responsibility, the other one is able to recognize that, I think sometimes it's the not understanding enough what our elderly, our our great grandparents, what they've gone through to get the family where they need to be in life. And I think I'll just speak from my experience, like coming from Samoa as a cultural woman and how we care for our elderlies back home with love and everything we could give them to make sure that they are well taken care of. Their, whether it's reading the Bible to them, those little things, is very important for them. And as as they get up to that age, some of them are not able to be themselves like they were younger. So I think most important is the patience. I believe patience, the respect, um, that I know for myself, having that respect, it's hard to convey, but my experience is, understanding, respectful to them, put putting myself in their time and how they survived. And I think having understanding, most importantly, and the patience. And compared to here, um, a lot of the elderly people that I have come across, some of them are in homes, just, in a room where nobody is visiting frequently. And to me, that's sad. And I think personally, outside of OBLS, I think everybody needs to um, have that heart and respect for our elderly. And I think if our young people can also be like the Gen Z, some of them, they should be taught how to respect, understand, spend more time with the elderlies, read to them, cook for them, sing to them. That's how they can engage in our fast-paced life world nowadays, if that makes sense.
Yes, that makes total sense. Florence, when you said that, it just brought back to me when my mom got ill, and my brother and his wife took her in. And so we as siblings, we all, just like you said, we all took turns. We all would go and care for her. And that respect is so important, that we taught our children respect. They love their grandmother. They called her Gigi, and their great grandmother, and three G's. And so there's lots of generations there. But we taught them, and we were able to take care of our mom. And we said we would never put her in a nursing home. But like you said, in America, a lot, we find that people that, a lot of the elderly are placed in nursing homes, and they don't have that person there to come and visit them. And it's really sad because they're displaced. So like you said, it's just so important to teach our children and ourselves and this next generation the respect and the value of our elderly. So thank you so much. That was great. And we'll really appreciate you for being here. And again, thank you, Sister Ivy, and turn it back over to you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That was a great contribution. And I think we would request and that you'll be with us again, because it's not enough. And the reason why you are so powerful tonight for everybody is you are bringing fresh food, fresh meat, and it's something like, it's like a plan. It's like, when you're planning a wedding, how this one will be talking about the shoe, this one is going to bring, you see, we are planning. This is like a planning what we're going to be doing. So it's creating excitement. You see, we're not talking about the ecosystem. I couldn't log in and all that. Right now, we believe it is done. It is finished. We're not talking about anything past. We are moving forward. So it's making it very sweet. We are happy to be here tonight. And we can see Srijit Jana said, great panelist, brilliant, illuminated or blessed, brilliantly illuminated or blessed and its possibilities tonight. We are grateful to you for sharing your thoughts and wisdom among us. You see the point? It's going forward. moving forward, not standing in one place. As for the password, we'll get it from Engineer Mike later. But right now, we have to move forward and help the children. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So we just want to thank you, Queen Joyce, for bringing up about the elderly. It's so sad. One day we'll talk about them. They'll be in their rooms. Their children live in homes close to them. They don't even come to say hello. But we would also have a plan for them. Nobody will be left out. That is what Ash said, and they would all come into the basket. It's been a great night tonight, and we don't feel like leaving. Like I said, it's like we're planning, planning to move forward. Engineer Mike plans to take everybody to Africa. Like I said,
yes.
I have to ask my husband first, because he'll be saying, you see what I mean? He will be saying tomorrow I have to get back home. He's funny anyway. So we just want to say thank you for this great night. We want to say thank you to all the great comments. With that, I could mention everybody's name. I mean, there's been the chat has been so active and so lively, so full. And we just want to say thank you to Dr. Yvonne. We want to say thank you to Srijit, to Nancy, to if I miss you, forget. I'll be mentioning your name another time. And we're just happy to have you. We thank you for energizing the chat, because seeing your contributions is making us know that you are listening. If you read what they are writing, you can see that this is what they need. Engineer Mike, we want to say a big thank you. We don't know if we should let you talk tonight, because tonight is your anniversary, but we will let you address us. We don't want any teaching. We don't want any computer science or anything. We just want a happy birthday to you today. Thank you. If you could address our precious sister and Queen Florence. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I just want to say thank you to our sister for coming out here. The first thing that before I want to start, let me say thank you to my brother Tim Johnson. Timmy is the one that destroyed me, spoiled me with all the designs that he can never do. He always have those designs he does for people. Tim Johnson, thank you, big bro Timmy. I appreciate you all the time. And secondly, I want to say again, I'm coming back to our bereaved sister and mother and friend who passed out, who slept in the Lord today. I was actually a year plus with them on webinars in All Winners. We used to have it on Mondays and Wednesdays. That is a webinar that I started my unpassive journey with. So we were always there on Mondays and Wednesdays. And if you hear what always comes out from her mouth, very powerful. She's very intelligent. Those are the women that when you see them, you know that you've seen women. When you interact with them, you know that she is powerful. We greatly, really will miss her, because we're there every Monday and Wednesday, all with Dr. Benny, the Engineer Bridget Kamsi. We used to be in the All Winners every Mondays and Wednesdays, every day, like I was there for more than a year plus. So it's a family, right? It's family. And in Unpassive, we have families, right? So please, I just want to say, Uncle Bob, take heart, you and your family. There's Uncle Bob is the eldest now, because they lost the two first of them. But we still have Dr. Pekam Takusi, and we have Emmanuel Takusi, and we have Jerome. So I praying for them. Let's pray for them. Let's put them in prayers. It's not an easy thing. And their mom is still alive too. So let's pray for mom too, that what she's going through is not an easy one. To come to our sister Florence, for most of you who don't know her, She was one of the organizers that we organized the Canada Meet and Greet last year. If you remember, she and I were MC in the occasion, if you could remember. And she has a big island that she is inviting all of us on Pacifians, the people who wants to do something, we go there for a mission. That island was owned by her grandpa. We go and develop that island into an estate, whether it's real estate we want to do there or anything. Those are the kind of places that we want to have around the globe. The same thing that we'll do with PNG. We have the sundown region in PNG. That's what we will do. All blessed at work, right? So she is this is an invitation for all of us. So every person who is interested, all of us here, we will have pieces of land there. Whatever you want to do with the land, you will develop it. So we will go there with a team of experts who will do the mapping of the land and all of those, the landscaping, and we can know what we can put there and all of that. Remember, there are still virgin places that have not been touched in this world that we can make it our own country, right? So I applaud you, Flor, and remember, you are always in my prayers. I always pray for you, and I appreciate you for all what you do, okay? You are a go-getter. If you remember, Jennifer is not here. Flor and Jennifer are very close. Then Polly M. Cherry is the person who brought Flor into Unpassive. So we have known ourselves that way. Then I first met Flor and Jennifer. Those were the first people I met in Unpassive. I met Flor and Jennifer, then Polly M. Cherry, before Naka. So I just want to appreciate you, Flor. You remember that you always welcome. Any day that you decide, oh, I want to come back with another idea, you come here. This is your house. You can always.
you.
It's right here in Calgary. We are not far, right? She's in Calgary as well.
Yeah.
I see that she's in Calgary.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Flo, for the evening. Mama Ivy, again,
Thank you.
we will take another day to celebrate your achievement. It is a big, every evening I'll be talking about education, which is the key, right? And like I say again, a team that work together always achieve together, and we do more things, right? So everybody is welcome. Dr. Benny, yeah, go.
Yes, please. I need to really congratulate my Mama Ivy. You guys know that education is the key to success. Without education, we are nothing. To be good is not good enough. You have to exceed expectation. Mama Ivy, congratulations, my queen sister. I love you all my heart, mind and soul.
Thank you. Thank you
Exceed
so much.
expectation exactly when you are a minority as gender and chocolate. Thank you. Back to you.
So who am I giving it now to? Is it to Mama Ivy or to Mama Debbie? Okay, Mama
Mama
Ivy.
Ivy.
Hold on. Congratulations. Please. King
Congratulations.
Engineer Michael. Congratulations. 3 years.
Congratulations, Engineer Mike. Congratulations. Congratulations, Engineer Mike. Congratulations, Mike.
Ivy.
Congratulations, Engineer Mike.
Mr. Ivy, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
Tonight,
Engineer
thank
Mike.
Thank you so much, Florence. And thank you so much, everybody.
My pleasure.
Tonight,
Thank you.
we have the freedom that we've gone over because this topic is beyond, the blessing, and also it's Engineer Mike's anniversary. We cannot just rush through it. So if everybody could honor this strategy, just less than 20 seconds of a message for Engineer Mike on this his anniversary. 20 seconds, not even a minute. Say something to Engineer Mike tonight. We're going to start with Queen Debbie. She's at the top.
Engineer Mike, we love you from head to toe.
That is it. We go with Listra, Queen Listra. Yeah, your mic. Your mic, yeah, please. Yeah, we need your mic, Queen Listra. We cannot hear you. If you could put your mic on.
Oh my gosh, I talked away. And Engineer Mike, thank you so much for all you do, for being there for us and me. Every time I call you, text you, you're there.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Florence, what do you have?
Congratulations.
For us? Thank
3
you
years.
Oh, yes, what can I say? Engineer Mike, you are amazing. You're like, you remind me of my brother. And yes, you know, the communication is awesome. I'm so proud to be in the family, and you're just a wonderful gentleman to be around. You have a good sense of humor, you're funny, and you know, there's so much more to say. Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to know you, Engineer Mike, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. And those in the chat, please can you say a word or two to this our precious Engineer Mike? You are not here, but your words matter. Now we go to Engineer Bridget.
Yes.
Well, Engineer Mike.
Uh-huh.
Everybody laughing. I've been hearing what I have to say. Answer your phone when I call you.
Uh-huh. Oh my God.
Because you're answering other people's calls, you're not answering my calls.
Oh my gosh, and I just says he answers my calls. Answer her call, Mike.
Thank you. Right, Davis. Right, Davis.
Congratulations. So I know that you're going to take us places. So you're going to take us to Samoa. You're going to take us to Papua New Guinea. So we are right behind you. So thank you for bringing us the best.
Thank you so much. And then Roy Davis in the chat says, hello, Engineer Mike. Congratulations, my great brother. And now we go to Naka.
Wow. Engineer Mike, you know, my mom just had girls. And then when I met Engineer Mike here, it's like my mom has a boy.
Uh-huh,
So
that is
he's a real brother for me in Calgary, in Canada. Thank you so much for being a brother for me, Engineer Mike, and for uplifting all the women here. the only king among the queens. Thank you so much, you know, for your care, and congratulations for your 3rd year. Thank you.
Thank you. Nancy says congratulations. And now we come to Queen Dr. Benny, Dr. Smiling Benny. Dr. Benny will talk for 2 hours, so we have to
Come on now.
Just 30
Nice.
seconds. 30
Be
seconds.
nice to me.
30 seconds. Because he loves this man too much. So
I know.
You know that. You bet.
So one
bet.
thing we already know. So just say one thing, and that's all.
Well, hold on now. Well, if you keep talking, you're wasting the time, right? Do you guys know what he has done for me? He has always been there. Despite I have one of my sister who gets on my nerves, but Engineer Michael will always support me. Engineer Michael, you are a brother that I never knew I would have. You have done a lot to this company, being an asset to this company, teaching us. Engineer Michael, thank you for being my brother. Thank you for loving me.
And your husband
with all my heart. Thank you.
Love, one, two, three.
You watch out. The secrets are coming out in the open. At this time, I just want to say happy anniversary, Engineer Mike, from Sister Nancy. And then Tida King says, thanks, Engineer Mike, for all you do. We love you, brother. Congratulations on your anniversary. So thank you. Engineer Mike will start crying tonight. We have Joyce Hicks. Joyce Hicks is coming. Joyce Hicks is coming.
I just want to say to you, Engineer Mike, thank you so much for everything that you do, for bringing me into this family, and for making me a part of this group. Some beautiful women, and you that I would have never known and got to be so close to. You are so appreciated. Like Lister, you answer my call, you answer my questions, you help me with so much. You are valued, you are loved, you are appreciated. So you are my little big brother. So thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Your baby
Now it's blushing.
sister.
It's blushing.
Your baby sister.
I'm older than you, so that's why you're my little big brother. So
Congratulations. We love you, Engineer
It's
Mike.
blushing now.
Yeah, he's blushing. Don't cry. Don't cry. You know,
Oh no,
tonight,
he's feeling like a real king here tonight. He's not
tonight is
crying.
a special night, and we just want to say thank you, and we just want to say that all that you do is recognized. Thank you so much. We just want to close everything tonight, and we love all of you here tonight, all these great panelists. We call ourselves family sisters, and all the great people on the
Mama
chat,
Ivy.
all the people who are going to be watching. We say
Mama
thank you.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
don't cut you. It's as if Mama Joyce Hicks wants to say something.
I want to say one thing. Tonight I
Okay.
came here. Tonight I came here. I wasn't feeling well. I was very tired, but I leave here tonight uplifted, excited, happy, joyful. So thank you guys so
That
much.
is it. That is
Thank you.
it. That is it.
That's
That is it.
awesome.
Can I
Yes.
say one thing too?
Way to
Yeah.
go.
Engineer Mike is also my own dad, just like other people's dad. He's also my dad.
Okay. All right. Now there's trouble. There's husband, there's brother, there's dad. Oh God. Oh God. This is going to be trouble.
Daddy.
So much. Okay. We say good night, everybody, and we'll be
Good
Good night.
night, everybody. Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Good night.
everybody.
Thank you.
We are in it to
night,
win it.
everyone.
In it to
Right.
win
In
it.
it to